Why is everything so damn expensive? 4 years ago, my rent was $1,200 a month at a luxury apartment complex. It is now $2,100, not even including utilities. I went to the grocery store yesterday, right, and got 3 bags of chips, some ground turkey, and some vegetables, and it was $67! What? My car insurance from 4 years ago until now, with no tickets, no wrecks, no nothing on my driver's record, has gone from $130 to $240 per month. 3 years ago, my electric bill was averaging $45. Now it's averaging $125. You go and get a tank of gas once a week, and you're dropping $70. I mean, a guy can't even buy a can of dip for less than $8. $8 for a can of dip? What the fuck is going on?
I'm grocery shopping. When did a bag of chips cost $7.29? What?
Bro, if I knew how bad the economy was going to be up to date, I wouldn't have been riding no bikes, playing no video games. I would have bought a house when I was 10. They did a study based on today's economy. Like, what should minimum wage be based on today's economy to make sure an American is comfortable living a day-to-day life, like with the prices, how the prices is up to date. Bro, do you know how much they say you need to make an hour to be comfortable around this motherfucker? $66 fucking dollars an hour. $66 an hour, bro. Who the fuck making that? That ain't even the kicker. You make $66 an hour. You work 40 hours a week. At the end of the month, guess how much you gonna have in whole? 10 bands. Oh no, but don't think you taking the whole 10 bands. You forgot about Uncle Sam. You're going home with 6,500. Maybe a 7-ball if you lucky. Okay, so eliminate all the bills and life expenses from that 6,500. You left, even motherfuckers who making $66 an hour after paying all their bills and life expenses at the end of the month, they only gonna be able to save a band or two a month. So regular motherfuckers like me and you was just cooked. We po. We just at this point we just on the internet seeing who can be po better. Who can be best at being po.
People aren't just imagining it. Everything really is more expensive. Groceries, rent, insurance, utilities, subscriptions, even basic conveniences that used to feel small now add up fast. What makes this moment different is that the increase didn't happen in isolation. They piled on top of each other. Inflation raised prices, but wages didn't rise at the same pace. On top of that, companies quietly increased costs through smaller portions, added fees, and price adjustments that don't always show up as obvious sticker changes. So even when inflation numbers cool off on paper, people don't feel relief in real life. Another factor is normalization. What used to feel like temporary price hikes became permanent. And when prices don't come back down, frustration builds, especially when people are told that the economy is improving while their bank account says otherwise. And no, this isn't just about numbers. It's about erosion of purchasing power over time.
Lately, I feel like when I go shopping, everything I'm looking at just feels overpriced. And here's what I mean. You know when you walk into a store and you look at a t-shirt or a hoodie or a pair of pants and you ask yourself how much you think it costs before you look at the price tag? I'm holding a hoodie in my hand. I'm like, I'll spend $60 on this. I flip the price tag. It's $95. I'm not paying $95 for this hoodie that I know is worth like $60. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing goes for cars. I'm looking at a car. I'm like, I'd spend like $30K on this. And it's like 47. I'm not spending $50,000 on this car. As a society, we should collectively stop making these fucking stupid overpriced purchases. If we work together on this, they will have no other choice but to drop the fucking prices of everything. So for my people watching this that want to finance $70,000 cars, stop it. You are genuinely making it worse for everybody else. They keep raising the prices because y'all keep fucking signing the paperwork.
How are y'all affording stuff right now? I feel like we're not talking enough about this. Everything is so freaking expensive, and I don't know what the heck. I know I'm not the only one going through this. I mean, from groceries, clothes, everything is so expensive right now, and it's literally by the grace of God that me and my family are surviving. I can't imagine what it's like for somebody who doesn't make the type of money that I make, and I don't even make a lot of money. But like, this is really a struggle. How are we surviving?
And the reason why everything is so expensive is because y'all are paying for it. You all are paying for it. When I hear people saying that they're doing social experiments on us, like big consumers and brands, when they, they drop a new item or merch and it's $600 with a handprint on it, they're doing social experiments. We're so past social experiments, honey. We're on phase 16. One thing I have realized is a lot of people love to brag about how much they paid for something and not on how it looks or the actual experience. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I dropped this on this bag, or we dropped this weekend. We had so many bottles. We paid like $2,000. Y'all are not obsessed with the experience. You're obsessed with the cost of the experience, if that makes sense. And this is why you can never tell me that these people are not using social media to study us. Like, for real, like, they literally know y'all don't care about the experience. You just want to say that you spent this amount of money. Like, literally. Like, it's all a fantasy. It's like they're going to raise the price up knowing y'all aren't going to complain. Y'all are just going to brag about it because they're like, I can afford this, da-da-da-da-da-da, and everybody else is just going to tag along. It's just like a chain reaction of events that they know are going to take place. And this is why I will forever say social media messed us up due to the fact of nothing is enjoyable because you all want to uphold some image. You all want to, oh, I got this. Let a bitch live, bitch.
I don't know if we're like all depressed or like jokingly depressed because everything is expensive and like we're literally just working to survive and can't enjoy our lives because everything costs so much. Because why is my electric bill over $400 and I'm never home? So I'm paying for that while I'm always at work and never doing anything that I want to be because I have to make sure that there's enough money for my bills. So like, if you can't have fun and enjoy life, then like, what's the purpose? Like, don't get me wrong, like there's times where I can hang out with my friends. It's really slim because I'm also in school and I have a 4-year-old daughter. But like, things should not be as expensive as they are. We should be able to work, enjoy our lives, like live. We shouldn't have to wait until we're older and retired and have money saved up to enjoy life. So I'm trying to do better this year than like live life. Even if that means spending more money than I want to. For me, I'm gonna do it.
I seriously cannot believe how expensive everything is right now. And the quality is getting pretty bad. Everything that I bought for Christmas this year is more expensive than it was last year. I mean, I started to realize when my home insurance and my car insurance and now my healthcare has gone up. But now it's also my pasta that I eat twice a week and my coffee and my yogurt and my favorite bread. There's seriously nothing I can think of that has not gone up in price. My favorite breakfast place that I went to this morning with my family, that's gone up 20% this year. And I went to get bagels earlier in the week, they're up. I feel like we are getting hit at every level. What have you noticed has gone up that like you can't live without, like you use every day? Because I feel like things are just getting more and more expensive, and some of it is because of the tariffs and some of it is because of corporate greed. But they're squeezing us at every level.
For a long time, people tried to adapt. They cut back, they switched brands, they cooked more at home, they stopped traveling. But adaptation has limits. You see, when basic living starts to feel like a constant trade-off, patience runs out. What's changed is that people no longer feel like the sacrifices are leading anywhere. Working more hours doesn't create breathing room. Promotions don't feel meaningful once higher costs swallow the raise. That creates resentment, not just stress. Social media has also made comparisons unavoidable. People see others struggling too, which confirms that the problem isn't just personal failure, it's systemic pressure. That shared awareness is fueling frustration, and being fed up isn't about entitlement, it's about exhaustion.
$11 for a 12-pack of soda at the grocery store. $11. I get mad. I put the soda back. I go, that's stupid. I go all the way home, and out of my mailbox is sticking my electric bill. $300. $300 for my electric bill. Now, I was told that we were going to make prices great again. I was told that it was supposed to get better. We were going to make all these sacrifices, but then bing, bang, boom, everything was going to be good. Inflation was going to go away. Instead, what do I got here? A $300 electric bill. Now, here's the part where they don't count on you doing stuff. I went to my checking account, right? I logged into my online banking, and I searched the electric company. Last year, same time, $200. What's different? What's the difference between last year's electric bill and this year? Not my usage. I ran the same amount of air conditioners. I was home the same amount of time. Nothing else changed except one thing. One thing. The budget passed in Washington, D.C. The Congress and the Senate, they got together and they passed this budget. And in that, they knew that it was going to raise our electric bill. They knew the entire time. And here it is. It's passed. My electric's up. Oh, but what does that have to do with this price of cans of soda and your groceries? Tariffs. Tariffs. Subsidies. All these other things. That's what comes down to you're in my pocket. Our pocket is getting lighter as other people's pockets are sure as hell filling up. You don't believe me? Why don't you go ask Jeff Bezos how it was renting out an entire Italian island? All right? That's the only rich people island they want to talk about right now.
When the hell did everything get so expensive? I'm having a moment and I'm like, why the hell is it so hard to exist right now? I'm not even talking about anything luxury. I'm talking about groceries, transportation, basic life needs. I felt this mix of frustration and disbelief because I'm like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but it still feels like I'm behind. Then it hit me. It's not just me. So many of us are carrying this quiet form of stress, trying to budget harder, trying to plan better, trying to be more responsible, when the reality is everyday costs have changed extremely fast. What messed with me the most wasn't even the money, it was the emotional weight of it all. That constant calculation, that low-level anxiety that just lives in your body now. I don't have a big solution. I just wanted to vent about it and say it out loud, because when you're pretending that it doesn't affect us, it makes it heavier than it needs to be.
Hey, I don't give a damn what nobody say. It has never been this expensive to live. Ever. Like, in no era when motherfuckers was making $1 an hour, it was never this expensive to live. Eggs, $10 a piece. Like, you walk in the store, you get 3 things, you at fucking $65. Obviously, I just went, grocery shopping, so I'm venting a little bit, but, like, this shit don't make no sense. It really makes absolutely no sense how expensive shit is. Like, so if you ain't got a partner that's really ready and willing to help you out and like, really, like, build this shit together, man, get the fuck on. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this is not the time to be taking care of nobody else. I don't give a damn what you say. If the motherfucker ain't helping, they are literally hindering your ability to be able to get shit done.
When everything starts to cost more, people change how they live. Spending starts to become defensive instead of intentional. People stop naturally enjoying purchases and start to justify them. Joy gets replaced by anxiety. This pressure also shifts priorities. Some people start to delay home ownership indefinitely. Others avoid relationships, children, or long-term commitments because they feel financially trapped. Even investing starts to feel risky when day-to-day survival takes priority. And over time, this mindset can be dangerous. When people feel like progress is impossible, they disengage. Motivation drops, long-term planning disappears, and that's how rising costs can quietly damage not just wallets, but ambition.
I saved myself a lot of emotional turmoil when I realized talking about like the cost of living with niggas who grew up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s and paid $8 for rent, 50 cents for cereal. Like, you can't have an actual concrete discussion with them niggas. They will rather look you in your eyes and tell you that a whole generation of human beings is just lazy and don't want to do shit. Instead of acknowledge the fact that we pay 4 times the rent that our parents and grandparents, 4 to 6 times the rent that our parents and grandparents did. But the minimum wage is the fucking same. Minimum wage ain't went up since the fucking 90s. That's almost 40 years ago. So the average rent for a single individual is $1,200 to $1,300. But the average job is paying you $300 a fucking week. Why do you niggas not want to acknowledge? Why does it make you feel better to just say that young people now are lazy and just that you was the last real nigga born. You was the last human being born with some sense of motivation and strive to get something for yourself. Nigga, we're drowning. Rent is $1,500. People are in relationships because they gotta pay bills. Them niggas don't like each other. They going home every day to a motherfucker they can't stand so they can get the light bill paid. What are we talking about, bro? People getting, niggas is 40, making $60,000 a year with roommates. Shut the fuck up.
I am extremely stressed out. I don't come on here and cry and do all of that. But what the fuck? I work 5 to 6 days out of the week, and I only barely have enough money to pay my bills. Somebody's gonna get on here and say, oh, well, be lucky you have a job, bro. Working a job, going to a job, getting up every morning, every night, whatever time you go, and having to give your all or do your best at this fucking job just for them not to compensate you enough money for you to live your life and pay your bills, it's actually really up fucking setting me. And I feel like I'm missing out on living life because I have to pay my bills and go to work every fucking day. Such a tiring process. Now, I could see if I was lazy, I wasn't getting up and I wasn't getting it, but it's like, bruh, how fucking hard do I have to work in order to fucking survive, bro? How? Once I pay my rent and my phone bill, my light bill, that's it. And then the next paycheck, because mind you, bi-weekly, you only get paid 2 times out of the month. So one paycheck goes directly towards bills. And then that other paycheck, I have to set bills. I have to set money aside for the next set of bills that are coming up. I can't get ahead. I can't. I know somebody's going to say, you've got it better than somebody else. Bro, that's not the fucking point. Just because I have it better than somebody else doesn't mean that I'm not fucking struggling over here. For real, for real. People try to come on here and try to perpetrate and make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm living this kind of life. I'm living that kind of life. Bitch, I'm a TikTok content creator, but I live a life just like y'all. And nobody better get on here and say you better get another job or do this or do that. Bitch, you think I haven't applied to these jobs? And when I apply to these jobs, they waste my fucking time. Do you think I have money and gas and energy to be wasting going back and forth to these job interviews who are not going to hire me and are going to tell me that they're going to call me in a week or going to call me back in a couple days and don't? Job market is a joke. I have no choice but to keep the job I have now. The one that's barely paying my fucking bills. It leaves me no money left over to live, to get my nails done. These are fucking press-ons. I can't do anything. I gotta do my own hair. I gotta do my own toes. I gotta do everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like when you don't have a choice and you work every fucking day, it gets tiring. It gets to a fucking point, bro.
Man, I know a lot of people say this, but I feel like it's unfair that we had to grow up and become adults in the most unaffordable time in human history. Like, bro, grocery bill too high, rent too high, bills in general too high, just your day-to-day activities too high. Like, bro, why gotta be us? Like, why, big bro?
How is it that as soon as we become fucking adults, food literally becomes so damn expensive? In order just to get a fucking apartment, you paying damn near $2,000. Motherfuckers back in the day, they was paying $600, $800 per month. Light work. I'm thinking shit gonna be sweet when I get older. Nothing's funny. Then don't get me started on the current job market right now. I might have to start selling toe picks. Nothing is funny right now. I graduate in 9 weeks and it's looking very much like I'm about to get my master's. I'm joking, I had some interviews, but I still don't know if I got them things yet. Nothing's funny right now. At this rate, I feel bad for the next generation because baby, by the time they go get a motherfucking house, it's gonna be $1 million for a basic ass fucking house around the corner. And then I'd be so confused because every fucking year tuition keeps increasing. By the time the next generation has to pay for college and we're the parents, bitch, we gonna be paying 6 figures. For that whole year, baby, that degree gonna be, for them to graduate with their fucking undergrad, it's gonna be like $500,000. At this rate, with these 4%, 5% tuition increases every single year, in 10 years, I'm gonna be 31. It kind of just hit me. We just the new adults, and it's just like, this is too ghetto for me.
People being fed up isn't just anger. It's a signal that the old way of getting by no longer works. And ignoring that feeling or pretending it'll pass doesn't help. What matters is how people respond to it. This moment forces a hard reset, budgeting differently, questioning lifestyle expectations, building financial buffers, or even learning new skills. You can't control prices, but you can control preparation. And what I've came to realize is that the people who navigate expensive times best aren't the ones who complain the loudest. They're the ones who adjust with clarity and strategy. If everything feels expensive right now, that frustration makes sense. The goal isn't to numb it or ignore it, it's to use it as fuel to build something more resilient. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about this whole economy, man. It seems like everything's just getting worse and worse in 2026, but I feel like things are going to get better. If you enjoyed this video, I made a whole separate playlist for videos like this, so be sure to check them out. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.